to our student rep. I know it's her birthday. She's out of town. Okay. As any student should be in Florida at this time of year, which is great. So, all right. Well, so we now move on to superintendent's report.
Yes, thank you, President Dice, members of the board. Actually, it's going to be very short because there hasn't been a lot happening in the last week other than working on LCAP, 14 hours a day. So, so all I want to say to the board is I want to thank the board, since this will be my last board meeting. I want to thank the board for inviting me and entrusting me with coming in and helping out. I've been here since May 7th, although I have to confess I've told a couple of board members it feels like I've never left from before. But I have to say that, and I felt this when I was here for 3 years before, this district has incredible potential. Some might say this is really the best kept secret. As you know, I worked my whole career in Alameda County, and we kind of all knew about Emery. It was one of the small districts in the county, but not too many people knew a whole lot about it. And I think that then leads the whole conversation about, well, marketing and letting people know about all the great things we do. I think the only thing I'd say to Mr. Gibb, though, is about the development of our students, because, and although we always can do better, I continue to be impressed with what I see in the development, in the social, emotional, leadership development of our students. I saw it when I was here as the students went through from kindergarten through 6th grade at Annie Yates, and saw the 6th graders do numerous presentations that I thought to myself, wow, they're 6th grade and they can articulate their ideas in that way. I've seen it recently with the 2 young ladies from ESS who are volunteering to serve on the COC committee. And their insights, and we saw it at the meeting our last meeting with the students who worked on the garden project and other projects, and those are our students. So,
and our valedictorians at the
yes, and the 5 valedictorians and the increasing number of students, our students who have been accepted to 4-year colleges and universities, including quite a number at the UC campuses. So, I think that the district continues to make progress. I think the district will continue to make great progress under Dr. Rubio's leadership. I've appreciated the opportunity to work with him over the past 3.5 weeks. It's been really busy, and hopefully in the next few days we'll have a chance just to kind of more leisurely talk about just some other things. But I've been very impressed with Dr. Rubio and how quickly he has picked up on all of the things going on here. I know he's excited. Looking forward to working with the board and the staff and the community here. And so, again, kind of keep up the good work. Thanks for having me for 2 months. And I will look forward to coming back for the opening of ECCL very soon. And I couldn't say that 5 years ago, but now it's, time flies. So, again, thanks a lot for the opportunity to come back and serve you.
Well, I get every mic and the battery's going dead. So, well, okay, I'll go until it shuts me up. So, well, for the board president's report, I think only fitting to follow Dr. Sugiyama's report, and I think probably every board member should speak on this one, but I just want you to understand, and he's looking down. You can be bashful if you want, but but it has been an incredible opportunity having both you and John Quinn be moments away when this district needed you most. And I think it has been a heck of a year. It has absolutely been a heck of a year. I don't think you understand my ability to take a week off from work and here was possible because the 2 of you were here. I mean, it has literally been that type of year for me as an individual who happens to be a resident, an auntie. I had it was a lot going on, but to be able to actually walk away and feel that the world was not going to collapse, it was very important for me to do that. So I just have to, and I can only imagine how staff feels. I feel them. I feel the vibe. I know exactly how they felt. Having this transition for 6 months has been powerful for our district. It says a lot about the trust, the integrity, and the respect people have for the leadership that you have all guided us through. It's a board. we individually, but collectively with the governance team, which includes the superintendent, whether it be interim or not, is very powerful for us to make moves. But so it's not one of us. Not one of us can operate here. That's not how the board works. But it's with the team and what the guidance that and the knowledge and the know-how that's been incredibly valuable for me as an individual, and I'm sure collectively as this team, to ensure that we were going to hit our targets and make moves and ensure we're supporting our students as well as our staff for what they needed to do. So with that, I'll just open it up to the board. And we realize you may be waiting for ECCL to open up, but we'll be doing something much sooner than that, just to show our appreciation. But other board members? Got something? Go for it, Joy.
See if I can do this without crying. So this November will mark 3 years for me on the board, and as I'm sure no one who has been through the last 2.5 years will object to, it has not been an easy one, or easy couple of years. It's very challenging for so many different reasons, but it is like night and day with you back and with John Quinn, and I'm sure going forward with John Rubio. It's just, I can't tell you how much that I appreciate just the different level of energy. I don't mind staying here till midnight if we're being positive and we are getting things done. And that's not how it felt the last couple of years. And I am excited about moving forward with this district, when the last 2 years it was like, oh God, am I going to make it till 2016? And am I going to be able to have children and try to raise children while trying to fulfill my commitment here? And I was joking with Melody that, hey, maybe a second term is not completely out of the conversation anymore. But I want you to know that you have that effect, at least on me, and I know on other board members, and I know on staff, just from, people being able to come and speak and not feel like they're not welcome. And you have created that difference in energy by just your integrity and the way that you lead. And I just feel that, needed to take a moment to tell you that we appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, and you're not going far. We'll find you. We found you twice now, right? We'll find you again. Not that we'll need you, but.
I appreciate that. I want to remind the board we have a long agenda this evening. So.
Yeah, we start blushing.
We do, so I'll be brief, but yeah, really do appreciate your service and that of John Quinn stepping in. I actually think it was a positive benefit to the district to have this transition under John and John's leadership to our new John. I think it actually has worked out quite well, and it feels like you never left because you just hit the ground running when you came back, and because the staff respects you and knows you and you know them, and so you were able, even in 2 months' time, I think, and you were here more than just 2 months. You've been in the conversation the last 6. So thank you very much for being here on a moment's notice and helping us through a potentially challenging time that I think actually has worked out quite well.
John, what is this, your third retirement? Third or fourth? I'm only going to say one thing. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mike's on. Sorry, it's still yours. All right, so. It died too. Oh, those two are gone. Thank you. Thank you. So with that, and Christian, did you have anything to add? A nod?
I'm going to welcome Dr. Rubio aboard and say, I'm going to judge you on you, not the love of the outgoing John, as they'll say. So he's done an excellent job, but I'm going to judge you on you.
So. Right on.
I just want to say, as the incoming superintendent, that I could not have asked for a better situation to have overlap with John Sugiyama. So thank you also, and I'm going to have Sugiyama withdraw in about a week. So, and I'll be trying to track you down in Hawaii or Santa Cruz, wherever it is you're going to be, because I have a lot to learn, and I can only hope over my career to gain the kind of experience that Dr. Sugiyama has. So, but I do appreciate the board and the overlap that we have had. It means a lot. So thank you.
Hear, hear. Thank you. Thank you both. So with that, I conclude reports, and we're now moving on to